Hello. Today I would like to take a second here and show off the Jericho Fusion. I've had the privilege of having one of the very first to come out. Shout out to Dave Muselman at Jericho Guitars for working with me in order to get one of their amazing and quite low cost instruments all the way over here in the UK. Currently stationed here with the armed forces, so he really went above and beyond to deal with our mailing system to get this over here. To kind of show you off the specs of it, I've got the you can see the Jericho inlay at the very top, and then see Jericho guitars inlaid here. It's really well done job on the headstock. The binding of the wood, the grain of the wood, sorry, comes through the entire instrument. It just this deep cherry red look with this. This is the maple, the flamed maple, and it really does just shine through. I don't have quite the light to accent it correctly, but it really is a looker. It's one of the most beautiful guitars that you could hope to get your hands on. As far as the hardware goes, everything on this, if you've caught this, is entirely gold, with the exception of the actual pickups. The Seymour Duncans are actually the pins on them are all nickel or stainless steel rather. The Grover tuners here, 18:1 ratio Grover tuners, all gold. The 18:1 ratio really makes tuning incredibly easy. They're very smooth. There's not a whole lot of guesswork going back and forth trying not to miss your mark. They're very smooth. They're very tight. It's really easy to tune this guitar. The naked rosewood neck here, it has no finish on it. It's very dry. It's very sleek. It's very fast. It's very smooth. You can see it's just naturally very quiet. It's hanging here plugged in, ready to play, but there's virtually no hum or garbage to the tone at all. We have a black TUSQ XL nut, and also all jumbo frets. Makes for a baritone guitar with the 26.9 inch scale. It makes for really easy playing. I play a lot of metal kind of music myself, so as far as bar chords and things like that go, and kind of more technical shapes, gives you a lot of space for your fingers to run around without getting smashed in between strings that you're not trying to play. This is a 59 reissue here, and in the bridge is I believe it's the SH Custom. Both Seymour Duncans. The balance between the two of them is just awesome. The bridge pickup has a lot of clarity and a lot of punch. If you overdrive it, it's got a lot of scream to it. It's not quite as strong as an Invader or a bare knuckle Aftermath or something like that, but it's got quite a bit of hatred to it, I guess you could say. The 59, if you take the drive down a good bit and put on a nice delay, some reverb, it's just a really smooth. Wouldn't be hard to get a Jimi Hendrix tone out of that, depending on the amp that you've got. All the screws holding in the plates around them are all gold hardware, as you can see. Gold Hipshot bridge. This stays in tune incredibly. I haven't had a lot of time to play this since I've got it, but I tuned it when I first came here through the mail, and honestly, other than very, very minor adjustments on one or two strings, there's not much to talk of in terms of it going out of tune. Gold strap buttons, both top and bottom. A gold toggle switch for neck and bridge, or just bridge configuration. Both of these, both of your volume knobs here are both coil tappable. They pop right out so you can coil tap and split it into single coil. Also, each pickup has its own tone knob as well. They really fit into the body well. You can barely see that there's a beveling around them for them to move inside. They're really well done. The plug-in jack is also all gold hardware. It's really, it's really one of a kind as far as the kind of quality they put into this. The binding, it has kind of hard to describe color here, but it's like a light mapley color coming all around the side, and then again right just at the top of the cutout here. The cutout is really it's geared perfectly towards getting down to the 22nd fret, 22 fret construction, but the cutout's perfect for getting down there. You can really get in there without bunching your fingers up too much. All the screws on the back of the guitar as well are all gold hardware. The neck design's very sleek, very fast. You can see if you look really closely into the grain of the wood, which you can't see in this light, but the grain of the wood, you can barely see where the neck joint is. It's just the color of the wood and the grain is, honestly, it's breathtaking. Again, just like to shout out to Jericho Guitars, specifically Dave Musselman, him getting this all the way over here to the UK for me through the American postal system, as difficult as that is, and he'll honestly work with you every step of the way, from shipping to exactly what you want as far as the guitar goes, what tuning you play in, the setup for it, fret dressing. It's honestly flawless top to bottom as far as just out of the box. It was in tune out of the box, ready to play, for the fact that it just came through the mail across to a different continent. Did a fantastic job with that, and if I can even convince one person to invest in them, invest in Jericho guitars, then I'll have done my duty to them, because they honestly are fantastic instruments. I can see the name Fusion being very fitting for the fact that you can go from a nice metal sound to very bluesy to something very jazzy, and straight back to classic rock, and honestly, I wouldn't see a lot of a problem getting into some really heavy metal with just a couple of pedals set up. I wouldn't even imagine you'd need to swap pickups or anything crazy like that. But yeah, like I said, if I could even convince one person to take the leap and go for it, these are awesome. They've also got the Avenger. They also have 7 strings. This guy here comes in purple now. I thought that was pretty unique. My wife loved that one whenever she saw that. But yeah, plan on posting video shortly, and or eventually, depending on time constraints, of getting down on it, playing a little bit. I don't have really recording equipment, so it'll probably be another crappy iPad video, but at least you can kind of see it in action and hear it a little bit of a raw sound. I've got a 6505 over there. Honestly, the tubes really saturate well. It does a great job between this and the 6505. Awesome sound from kind of a medium rock all the way to some pretty intense metal. It doesn't sound like it's too weak to push that 6505 at all. I wouldn't imagine putting active pickups or anything in this. It's really great just as it is. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Anybody that has, spread the word about Jericho guitars. Again, thanks Dave. You guys are awesome. And yeah, rock on.